So why don't you guys tell me a little bit about this project of yours? It sounds pretty exciting.
Mark?
Okay. So, so we're doing a collaboration with Joe Coy. He's actually a good friend of mine. We went to a trip to the Philippines a couple years back, and we've been talking about doing something together because he has a brand and we have a brand. And at that time, he wasn't as huge as he is today, but we still stuck with the plan, and here we are. We're doing our first collab, and hopefully we do more in the future.
Anything you want to add?
No, I mean we do a lot of collabs throughout the year, and I think this was a really nice addition to to what we're doing. I think it's fun and it's great, and he's dropping his Netflix, that he filmed in the Philippines, and obviously, we have a huge Filipino, roots. Mark being, originally from there, the brand is probably bigger there than anywhere else in the world. So this is a great fit for us.
So tell me a little bit about the brand.
Mark.
Okay. I was at Nike for a while, and I was designing, and I was a global design director for Nike. And I don't know, in 2006, I decided to put Illest on the t-shirt, and from there, it kind of took off. And my guys at Nike were always asking, hey man, why are you still here? You have a brand of your own. And I kind of told them that, well, I'm here to learn from you guys. So I ended up leaving after a couple of years and taking the brand basically full time ever since. And now I have partners in Asia, and we become a global brand, which is pretty amazing.
And what would you say was the biggest challenge about doing all this work?
It was always, I think when you're doing a brand on your own, I was lucky enough to have a good severance package when I left, right? Because I kind of volunteered to leave my job, and they offered me a good severance package. So I basically put that all in. And hopefully, I hope that it would take off, and it kind of took off for a while. And then you realize, oh man, in order to grow, you actually need a lot of money, right? And I think that's when kind of partners came in and helped me manage the brand, where, basically things that I didn't really understand, or still till today, I still don't understand, that where they're experts at. And I think that's where I think you have to realize as an owner or a person that started something, that you have to swallow that pride and be like, oh man, yeah, this is it. I really have to work with people that have this knowledge. And that's kind of where we're at today. We have PPW. He's running the brand. He's like our CEO in the States, and helps manage, because things that very difficult for me to do.
What would you like to add, PPW?
Well, I think that, we're really trying to bring the level or the brand to the next level. Like Mark said, he's an awesome creator. His creative juices runs throughout. But then when it comes really down to the business aspect, that's probably where I wouldn't say that he lacks it. He's very good at it, but he doesn't like it. And I think we all know that when we like to do something, we do it really, really well, and we do it all day long. But when it comes down to the things that we don't like to do so much, we kind of always put them, I'll do it tomorrow. But of course, in retail, it really can't be held off till tomorrow. It really needs to get done today. So I think, that's I've been with the brand for about a year now. And I think we've gotten a lot of accomplished, and we're really focusing now on the US market. I think Mark launched the brand in the US. Was extremely successful, then managed to get into the Asian market, which I think, for streetwear brands is a little bit unique, and was able to build, a huge following, throughout Southeast Asia. and build the brand, essentially much bigger out in Asia than what it ever was here. So now we're kind of trying to refocus that energy and really try to make it as big here in the United States as it is in Southeast Asia and in Asia in general.
And what makes your brand unique from all the other brands out there?
Mark.
Oh, I wasn't sure who was going to answer that, but I think what makes us unique is the culture that we created around our brand. Like I'm into, we basically run Illest like it's our, it's the things that we do every day, right? So we kind of, if we're into it, whether it be cars, bikes, or surfing or whatever, we're really going to push that. And I think that's where people differentiate us with other brands, because they see us being super authentic. We're not just doing things just to do things, right? We're really here just because we love what's around us and what, the things that drive us.
Yeah, I think that it's super important for a brand, whatever it is that a brand does, it has to come from within. It has to come, it has to be authentic at all times. So I always stress to the entire team, if we're going to do something, we're going to do it the best way that we can, and it has to come from within. We're not just going to follow a trend, or we're not just going to do something because it's the right thing to do. We're going to do it because, yes, it is the right thing to do, but also because it's close to our heart and it's something that we want to do. And I think that's what a little bit makes us different. We say Illest is the best. We are Illest. And if we do something, we're going to do it all the way, entirely. We're not going to do anything halfway. And I think that's super important for our brand. And I think that's ultimately what makes us stand out, that, that we have that authenticity that a lot of brands unfortunately don't.
And what advice would you give to people who want to start their own business like this?
For us, I mean, for me personally, I've been giving a lot of advice to a lot of young brand owners, that people that just start out. And I always just tell them they have to be like 100% dedicated to what they're doing at the moment, or forever how long they're going to keep their brand. Because once you start unfocusing, right, and start changing things up every week, it's just like you're going to lose sight of who you really want people to portray this brand to be. So I don't know, it's always about consistency. And once, as long as you're consistent, that's where you're at, that you're going to get really good results.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that, number one, you gotta, love what you do. And kind of like the saying goes, if you love what you do, then it's not really work. And that means that you're not really working a day in your life. You're only doing what you love. Of course, there's also the reality is that, doing what you love doesn't always make you money. And if you're starting a business, you also have to make money. So I think it's important to have that balance, because if you don't have that balance, then, very quickly you'll start hating what you love, because there's that pressure. I think Mark has been lucky in that he's been able to get the brand to to that level where he's been able to outsource the things that he doesn't love, so he can continuously wake up every morning and do what he loves, and all of the things that he doesn't really love have somebody else do. And I think it's important for everybody to understand that we all have our strengths and weaknesses, and we need to focus on those. And it's not bad that you're not good at certain things. Other people are good at it. I think what's bad is that if you don't wake up and admit to the fact that, you just can't be an expert at everything, and that you don't bring in people that are just better at you at doing those things.
And where can people buy your items?
Online. So in the United States, we're actually an exclusive direct-to-consumer brand. So at illestbrand.com is where we have all our products. Now, internationally, we do sell in retail shops, particularly in the Philippines. We have a partnership with a brand called The Rail, and we have shop in shops. And elsewhere in the world, we sell through, standalone stores and multi-brand stores.
Wow. And you can hear in the background, my mom's dogs are huge fans too. So
Yay!
you can tell that this is an amazing product. So
we have dog products coming out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So
yeah.
Well, I think Gus and Sophie just sent that because they are really, really happy right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I want each of you now to tell me your favorite product in the line.
Me? Or you want to go first?
Yeah, go you.
Go for it, Mark.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm like a huge fan of just our caps. I love hats, and I wear a hat every day. But yeah, I love our caps. Our caps are like my favorite.
I think my favorite is joggers by far. I'm a huge kind of very relaxed, and I wear joggers pretty much every day. And right now we've sold out, so it means I do a lot of washing. So I don't have that many right now, so they're gonna be washed every other day or every day.
That's when you know it's worth it. If you love it so much you want to wear it every day, that's how you know it's worth it.
Yeah, but it's also a balance, right? Because the more you wash it, the more it starts wearing out. And I'm like, Mark, we need to reorder. Mark, we need new joggers. My joggers are starting to, wear out. And I'm washing them too much. They're starting to get thin.
Oh, no. So, well, that's a hint that we need more, and a hint that when they come back, everyone needs to buy the joggers.
Exactly.
And the caps go along with it.
Yep.
All right. I want you each now to describe this line in 3 words.
Go for it, P.
For me, 3 words. Wow. For me, it's always relaxed, quality, and authentic.
Mark?
I love those. I love that. Definitely. What PPW said. I can't agree any more than that. That's like where we're at with our brand. We just want to create the most authentic piece ever.
That's great. And if you could add one more thing to the line that you haven't added already, what would you add?
I want to add, well, we are adding it. We don't have it yet, but we are adding like umbrellas and a lot of more accessories, because accessories is like the key to organization for me. And I'm all about organizing things. So yeah, we're doing umbrellas and like containers that like you could put your books in or whatever you want to put in, and it just stack them up really nicely.
Very nice.
Pete?
What about you, Pete? Anything?
Me, well, I had a dog, unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but I'm getting ready to get a new one, and should be arriving in August. So I'm extremely excited about the dog line, or the dog stuff that we're coming out with, because I used to have a dog that was fully dressed in Ralph Lauren, but of course now working for Illest, I can't bring that one back. So hopefully I'll get lots of clothes for the little one.
What kind of dog are you getting?
A Yorkie.
So cute. So cute.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Have you picked a name for your doggie yet?
Not yet. The old one was called Diesel.
Oh, I like that. I like
nice.
that. Very good. Well, I hope you and your new doggie are very happy together. And do both of you have anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No, I think I'm okay. Mark?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I loved you guys to check out the Netflix special from Joe Coy, and also the collection that we're releasing with them this Friday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yes. And yeah, anything else you can tell me about this Netflix special, or do we want to be surprised?
It's great. I mean, it's something where Joe kind of wanted to bring people from the States that haven't been back to the Philippines. He flew a bunch of friends from the States to the Philippines so he could kind of show them the culture that they've been missing. Because when we went a couple years ago together, we both were kind of like amazed at how different it is there. And, you know, it's so much cool, you know, like it's all about how, you know, things where you think is different, and then you go there and you're like, wow, this is not even what I thought it was. And people were just from there, you know, you go back even more because you just love it. And I'm stoked that he was able to do that and have a comedy special just from that. So it's kind of cool.
Anything else you want to add, Peter?
No, if you haven't been, I highly recommend that one of these days you pack a bag and go to the Philippines. I went for the first time about 15 years ago, and have a place out there now, and absolutely love going there. And I'm out there about three, 4, 5 times a year.
You're there more than, no, what are you talking about? We were there like 10 times last year.
Yeah. Well, maybe a little bit more than 3, 4, 5 times a year. Racking up the miles.
Yeah.
Well, that is absolutely amazing. And where can everybody find you on social media?
Mark?
For me, it's at mrk.rcnl.
And for the brand, it's at Illest. We're pretty at Illest.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll be sure to follow you both. Thank you all for taking the time today, and good luck with the line and the special premiering tomorrow night. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Great.
Cool. Thank you
so much.
Bye.
Thank